Hello there, and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And holy shit, my voice is deep this morning. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Build It Better episode. It has been almost a month. I've been really busy, as most of you have known, but we are back, and we are going to be working on the military airport. Just like in the last episode. The last episode we jumped in to MC Edit and we laid out the runways, and I showed you all my markings and how far I kept everything apart. And then I said the next episode we would actually drop in and take a look at it, so here we are. Anyways, I've also added a lot of other things to the main airport area that you did not see in the last episode because I had the wrong world save up. Which was no big deal, because now I'm going to show it to you. And I'm going to kind of explain a few other things that I didn't explain in the last episode. Some of it is coloring. Like your runways, your main runways are always going to be painted in white, and anything that is in taxiing runways will be in yellow. So I actually had to switch a couple of mine over. And then also, too, you'll have service roads. If you put any kind of service roads in, they will be in white also. That way they don't get mixed up with anything else. Some of the other lines that I've put in, obviously the taxiing runways mixing into the main runways to give them an idea of where to go. And then these here are basically like big paint stop things on the fucking road for cars. So it's basically taxiing holding. Anytime it comes up to the main runway on either side, you'll your airplane that is taxiing will have to stop to a holding line and get clearance from the tower before crossing the main runways, obviously, so they don't get hit. Would think it'd be obvious, but anyways, there's a holding line, and I do have a picture of it. I pulled this one up to get some information on it. Now, mine are a little bit different, but basically you got in pavement runway guard lights, for lighting, which I'm not getting into probably just because the lighting in Minecraft sucks and I can't get the right kind of lights that I need. So I'll probably just outline it in some other bullshit. We'll see. I don't know. We'll get to that in another fucking episode. We're talking about markings right now. But anyways, you have elevated guard lights around the outside. Stop bar right here. And again, that would be like red lighting in the runway before they get into the position, and then roll out on the main runway here. Centerline lead-on lights, again, they'll have green down the middle usually, sometimes blue. I think blue or green usually down the middle. Clearance bar lights, again, I'm not sure where those are at on here. Over here. And then position markings. Again, because of Minecraft, we can't actually put different numbers on the smaller runways like that. But anyways, that is what I used for a lot of my markings. Thanks, Matt, for helping me find this. So that is that, and that is what I used. Again, this is kind of my variation of it. It's not probably 100% correct, but I think it looks pretty good. And then I put some smaller ones over here for the ones that come out of the hangar bays on this side. So I put a few of my smaller hangar bays over here. And for these fighter jets, instead of coming out on the main runway into the stop position, I have it set up so they actually have to go down here, turn around, and then come back into position before getting access to the main runway. Something else I want to talk about on the main runways is your heading numbers, or basically your numbers for your runways. There was some questions about that. Just putting random numbers on the runway. I looked it up because I was unsure, but actually this is your heading number. Alright, I had to pull it back up. It's been a while since I've looked at it. But anyways, runways are numbered between 1 and 36, and I'm reading this straight off of the wiki right now, which is generally 1/10 of the magnetic azimuth of the runways heading in degrees. Runways are numbered 09. Those are the ones that point east. So these are pointing east. All right. And then your runways that head south would be 18. Runways that point west are 27, and runways that point north are 36. And then, of course, anything in between will be based off of that. Again, I don't usually recommend doing runways at an angle just because they're a pain in the ass. But if you do put the numbers on there, just figure out something in between, 9 and 18. You could do like a 9 or an 11 or something, or a 11 or 15 or some kind of queer shit like that. Again, I don't do them. It's way too much work. So on the end of the end of this runway, I've got a 9. On the end of the other runway facing this way, I have a 27. All right. Now, if you have more than one runway heading in the same direction and parallel like this, you'll designate with a left and a right. If you have 3, I don't know. I can't remember what it says. I think it's a center. You have left, right, and a center, and you should never have no more than 3 heading in the same direction. So you have an L, a C9, and an R9 if you had 3 runways side by side. So that's how you'll take care of any of your parallel runways. I was confused. I think I put 2 different numbers on them when I first put this in, and obviously was completely fucking wrong. So cheers for Wiki. Again, we have holding zones down here at the end of the runway, or I think they call them de-icing zones. Some runways have separate areas for the de-icing. Obviously, when they go up high, the wings get frozen and all kinds of weird cooling shit happens. So when they land, they come over here and de-ice a little bit before coming into the hangar bays and all that shit. Again, technical bullshit. I'm not a fucking pilot. I'm just going on some things that I do know about it, roughly. Changed a lot of my circles over here. Didn't make much sense the way that this came in and then came straight across. It kind of made it seem like it had to go over here and then up here and then back around to get to this runway. And there was no way to get to this runway heading in that direction. So that's why I have my taxiing going this way and then back that way. This way and that way. Anyways, it should make sense by looking at it. I fly up a little bit and you can see all the taxiing lines. Again, now for my lighting, when I get to it, we'll probably just use regular glowstone to light up the main sides of the runway. And I may use just colored blocks or colored glass. It kind of sucks that glowstone will not change color when it goes through colored glass, which is kind of sad. Maybe someday Minecraft will catch up to a lot of the building ideas that a lot of us have. But I did look into a mod. I think it's called Colored Blocks, Colored Lights, Colored Lighting mod, something like that. Anyways, and I did get it working. It works pretty fucking cool. But again, most of you know I don't use mods. I don't like using mods because it changes the world. If I put up world saves and shit like that, then you guys have to run the exact same mods to see what what everything is. Minecraft updates all the fucking time, and it wrecks mods, and then mods decide they don't want to update, or it takes them forever to update, or they just stop supporting the updates, and then you've got a world that's you can't fucking update. So I stopped using mods a long time ago because of that, and that C-130 is totally in the wrong place now. Gonna have to move that one. Anyways, down further is what I'm going to be having. Let me fly down here. I've got some bigger hangar bays, and it's going to take a few minutes to load this up because I didn't preload it. I've got some bigger, and I love that too. I love that flash. Now I've got to wait for all this to reload. But anyways, I got some bigger hangar bays down here for the C5s, I believe these are. I can't remember shit. I think there's 6 or 7. There will also be basically some big concrete pads or parking lots, I guess we'll call them. I can't remember the technical names for them. Tarmacs. Basically, they all don't go into hangar bays. You don't put every fucking one of your planes in a hangar bay. 1, it's expensive as hell, and 2, it just takes up way too much room. So it's easier. What's with my accent today? Do I have one? It's easier to make a tarmac area, and I'm sorry, this is like really slow loading today. But anyways, it's easy to make a big tarmac area, a big square area where you can park a lot of the birds in a parking lot, basically, is what it is. So over here on the back side of all these hangar bays, once these load up, I will have a parking area for the C5s and probably the C17s. Because I don't have room on the other side of where the other hangar bays are. There's not much room over there at all for that. So over here, near the space shuttle command center, which hopefully maybe load up by the end of this video, right in here I will have a tarmac type area, and then another fencing area here, or probably some more admin buildings type, and then some more parking lots that will be used for the command center for the space station, and then also for the main military airport. And then same thing over on the other side, I'll have some more buildings over there, and then we'll get into the control tower and all that shit later on down the road, because several people have asked me about the control tower, and I'm like, yes, we will have a control tower eventually. And I have kind of started building one a little bit. Oh, there it is. There's the command center, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What I have right now. The biggest thing that I wanted you guys to take out of this video here is more markings for your your runways, different ideas of how to lay them out at a military airport. Like I said, the tarmac areas, and use your world to your advantage. Make it as unique as possible. Obviously, this world has a lot of different variations to it, so I'm working around a lot of different things, like the Space Shuttle Command Center that was already there, so I'm kind of bumping into the back of that. On the other side, I've got two big mountain ranges that I put in that the runways run between, which is going to create challenges for separate buildings going up the runway further on down the road. And we'll just take it in stride. We'll just do what we can. But that is pretty much it for this episode. I do have a hangar bay tutorial coming. I'm hoping here in the next couple days I can get something made up for you guys. It's been a very, very long month for me, and of course September update video I will go over that more in detail, and we'll get a better idea of what's happening with the Jag. But that is it. Yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Like always, I appreciate you watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. And remember, if it looks like shit, tear it down, blow it up, or just build it better. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.